Celebrated since 1994 and promoted by UNESCO, World Teachers Day commemorates teachers' fundamental role in our society. Now, vital to unearthing the potential of children and youth across the world, teachers are the most powerful and influential force by equity, access, and quality in education.
Well, where will we be without our teachers, I have to say. Now, without teachers, we will not be able to read or write. We will not be able to even present this show. Now, we will not be able to communicate with our peers so much more, even our parents and our friends. As the world celebrates our heroes and our heroines, our teachers, who nurtured and taught us from childhood, to whatever level we are right now. We have joined us this morning, boarding principal, Greenspring Schools, Anthony Campus, that's Mrs. Ifeanyichukwu Bernard-Oti, and Educational Director, DCP International School, Mrs. Adekunbi Osisami. Welcome, our teachers. Good morning to you both. Welcome to Breakfast Central.
First of all, let me say on behalf of myself and Olisa, happy Teachers Day to all the teachers around there, and thank you so much for all that you do. But let me start with you, Mrs. Osisami. How does it feel being celebrated on this very day?
Wonderful. It's awesome. Teachers are nation builders. And when teachers are really recognized, once in a while, it gives us a great joy to know that we are well recognized for what we are contributing into the nation and building lives, bringing up the doctors, the lawyers, the architects, the engineers, and all. So it feels so great. We're so happy, so excited. Teachers in schools today are so happy. They've been dancing and enjoying themselves. It's very beautiful. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Mrs. Osisami. All right, Mrs. Bernard-Oti, welcome to the program, to you too. Happy Teachers Day. First of all, being a teacher, how long has it been for you? And, the joys of it when you look at this day, what does it really mean?
Please say that again. I couldn't really hear you.
Being a teacher for so many years, the joys of it when this day is being marked, what does it say to you as a teacher?
Being a teacher for so many years, I'm elated that the world has set aside a day to celebrate teachers. And indeed, we ought to be celebrated, because without teachers, if there were no teachers, there will be no other professions. So I'm really glad that this is happening. Thank you.
Right. Thank you so much, Mrs. Bernard-Oti. But I would still like to stick with you, because as the world makes advancement in artificial intelligence, in computer programming, that's talking about the ICT industry, this hasn't erased the need for teachers even in the 21st century. How are you adapting to the constant changes in technology as it relates to education, Mrs. Bernard-Oti?
Actually, any teacher or an educational institution that wants to remain at the top of their game must always send teachers for training, and that's what we know to do best in our school. So it's not training is at the top of our game, because once we want our teachers to be very futuristic and forward thinking, because we also know that the children that we're teaching are very versatile in such areas. So the bottom line is, if you want to continue to make it, then you must follow the trend and research, do things that will make you really be at the top. And that can only come from exposure, good training, and opportunities that avail themselves. Just use it. So technology-wise, we are still very much there at the top and looking forward to great things. Thank you.
Okay. Well, Mrs. Adekunbi Osisami, still good to have you on the program with us. Now, let's look at Africa, even Nigeria. Well, only about 4 out of every 100 children in Africa is expected to enter, a graduate or postgraduate institution. This is compared to about 36 out of 100 in Latin America, and even about 14 out of 100 in South America and even West Asia. Now, it does seem like education has become a victim, of terrorist attacks in many parts of Africa, including Nigeria. Do you think this will really affect your profession being a teacher when you look at the environment and how education is being fought against, ideologically, even religiously these days in some parts?
Thank you very much. I think it's really going to make us stronger because we need to build lives. That's a key thing. We need to build lives, and we need to put the right thing back into the society and into the nation. For example, the theme for this year World Teachers Day is Teachers at the World of Education Recovery. So it's only teachers that can bring about the recovery that we are looking for in education, because it's a skill. It's a skill. Teachers are creative. Teachers learn quickly. We can adapt to different changes that comes around. We can create a lot of things all around us. Even we can improvise for things that we don't have. We can use a lot of materials to create teaching materials and all. So going back to the way that education has been affected in the society and Africa, teachers are stronger, and we are ready to put the right insight back into the children, into the growing generation, in order to help us have a beautiful nation or society. Thank you.
All right, Mrs. Osisami. Now, as we mark World Teachers Day, what are the things you believe you as teachers should be honored with?
Mrs. Bernard-Oti, you can go first.
Okay.
If I heard you rightly, you're asking what we should be honored with.
Right. Yes, ma'am.
Did I hear you right? Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
I mean, I've just said that we should be, usually they say that teachers' reward is in heaven. It's no longer so. Because teachers' reward, they are now here. Why do I say that? I say so because even our children, as we speak, they are celebrating us as teachers. They've written poems that they're going to be reading out to us. And you find that even the alumni, those that have passed through us, remember us on a day like this. And they reach out. Everything is not about money. It's about acknowledging and appreciating the impact that is being made. So I dare to say that our reward comes in divergent ways, from the children themselves, from the children that have passed through us, the parents, our line managers, management staff, senior leadership team. Everybody is appreciating the teachers today, the non-academic staff, everyone, because we know the importance. Even as teachers, God recognizes us as teachers. Is there in the Bible as a spiritual gift. So if God has recognized us, then we are very happy to know that human beings are beginning to understand the importance of teachers, and that's why today is celebrating teachers worldwide. Thank you.
Speaking about worldwide, I need to bring Mrs. Adekunbi Osisami on this one. Let's talk about Nigeria specifically. When you hear about things about terrorism affecting our schools, children being kidnapped, teachers being kidnapped, it's an attack on education. It's an attack on teachers. What do you make about this scenario, and where do we go from here from a teacher's perspective? Because you still have to do your job. You still have to go to the classroom, even when you know that your kids are not safe. You are not safe, as we have in many parts in Nigeria, unfortunately, these days. This is Osisami, your thoughts.
Thank you. I said earlier that teachers are nation builders. And because we are, our government should ensure that teachers are well protected. Okay? Pushed aside, or make them feel that they are not relevant, in the society. That there must be adequate protection for schools, especially our public schools. We should have CCTV cameras. We should have proper security at the gates of each school, and we should ensure that even the children, the pupils, are being checked every time they come into the school. Yes, as teachers, we push in a lot of morals into the children, but back home, they also need to be trained up in the right way. We say one child, one nation. That's what we mean by teachers are nation builders. And for security, I'm asking that the government should look into that for our schools, that the schools are well protected. Thank you very much.
Wow, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mrs. Adekunbi Osisami, who is an educationist director at DCP International School, and Mrs. Bernard-Oti, boarding principal, Greenspring Schools. Thank you so much, and happy Teachers'
Day.